For students with diverse backgrounds studying languages at a large public university on the U.S. West Coast, 5 conceptual frameworks emerged about their embodied representation of their self-reported languages. They were asked to label locations on or around the image of a body where each language most belonged for them to represent their relationship to the language or how they use it. The first conceptual framework treated language as a proxy for identity or linguistic cultural affiliation, regardless of current or past proficiency and use. It represented language on a spectrum from more internal or core to more external or periphery. The second conceptual framework activated corporeal metaphors. A very common contrast or dichotomy students used was the heart for emotions and head for logic. Interestingly, blood or veins served as an extension of the heart for 2 heritage Spanish speakers in different language classes. Depending on the language, this conceptual breakout may not always be the most available or appropriate. For example, in Southern Lushootseed, there is a term that encompasses both thoughts and feelings towards something, while a literal English translation usually only uses thoughts. All the students were taking the survey in English, though, with likely access to shared metaphors in circulation. Another metaphorical location that several students tapped into was the hand or arm for language as a tool or skill. The third conceptual framework represented physiological articulation, or functional associations related to the production or reception of language. It was a more muscular or sensory approach. The fourth conceptual framework included cultural, contextual, or relational associations. This was a way of representing more indirect and indexical experience related to the language, rather than the language itself. The fifth conceptual framework reported language proficiency or learning strategies. This included students' representations of their skill level or strategies for learning. These frameworks were not mutually exclusive, and many students were using multiple frameworks in complementary ways. Some of these frameworks may also be more prominent or relevant for specific individuals at different times and for different purposes. What this embodied mapping activity provides is a key to understanding language, literacy, and identity practices and their development.